What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live episode of Learn Crypto. My name is Nick Hellman.
I'm Todd Butterfield.
Man, it is a great day out here today. I know there's a slight red in the markets, but it's a beautiful day outside. And today's the day, guys, where we finally celebrate breaking 3,000 subscribers. Going to have the biggest giveaway ever. You have about 4 days to enter. All you need to do to enter, hit that subscribe button and leave a comment in the comment section after this video is over with your Twitter handle. That way we can reach out to you. We're going to be giving away at least one cryptocurrency trading course from our learncrypto.io that has a retail value of $300 and currently over 925 students. We're also going to be giving away a ton of Electracoin, a ton of Reddcoin, and a couple acrylic Litecoins like you see right there on the statue by Todd. Some of the viewers have already received some of those in various sizes, and they tweeted about them. They seem to like them. So make sure to subscribe. Make sure to be a part of this community, and we just want to give back to you guys for watching us each and every day. I know we just started this, but to have over 3,000 subscribers is awesome. And every time somebody asks for help or every time somebody presents me with an article or an idea, I feel blessed because it gets me a little more knowledge on cryptos, and I love helping each and every one of you.
And thanks to Martin Films, who just subscribed.
There we go.
He's from Twitter.
We're going to run this intro, and we're going to get this show on the road. Obviously, we're going to have Todd looking at the charts. I have a few very interesting articles. ADA has a new partnership. Robinhood is going to go even harder on cryptos. And Ethereum Classic is now available through U.S. brokers for investors. I mean, that's pretty bullish, guys. And they're holding the underlying, which is very important when talking about these index funds. So let's just get this intro out of the way, and let's see what's going on.
With a common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Everyone has access to the information. We just know how to analyze it better.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man.
Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
Triple my bag.
Somebody was up here saying they speak very little English, but they want to know how to enter the giveaway. So once this live show is over, this video gets posted to YouTube on our channel. If you go in the comment section below the YouTube video, go ahead and leave a comment with a question or whatever you want to say. Just make sure to have your Twitter handle available in there so we can reach out to you and let you know if you won. And if you want to follow myself or Todd on Twitter, both of our names are right there on the screen for you.
Ethos is moving all over, I guess. I'm showing it down from 540 to 405 back to 502, so that thing's all over.
The Stacking Stoner said, at Hitman found a crypto chick. Oh, that's funny. King Louis says it well there. Market cap went from 260 billion to 425 billion in a month. Guys, things cannot go up forever. And I know it felt like that during the last bull run, which it really did. But you have to remember, we had 3 or 4 corrections last year as well. You know, it's just part of the way it works. And cryptos are no different from any other market. Just you have increased volatility and increased price swings. But nothing can go up forever.
And compressed in a very short time period.
There you go. So let's steal this. So along with the cryptos that will be given away, the Electracoin, the Reddcoin, the Litecoin acrylics, we're also giving away at least one of these cryptocurrency trading courses. Maybe 2. Like I said, if we get a lot of subscribers and there's a lot of comments, obviously we want to continue to give back to as many people as possible. So maybe I can convince Todd into 2. Look at his face right now. He's not too excited.
One thing we got to remember, too, Barack Obama finally came back because I know he won the course and was never given it, so we took care of that today. But if anybody remembers, I thought that night we also gave away a second course, and I'm not sure they got in because Matt took care of that, but I know Barack never got his. So If anybody's on here that was the second winner that night after the president, then please let me know. Hit me up at tbutterfield@wyckoffsmi.com, and we'll get you into the course as well.
Perfect. And then for those of you, the 925 have taken this course and loved it, we do have reviews on here now. So if you want to leave a review like all these people, that is awesome. And if you want to add some cryptos to your wallet and some fiat to your wallet, you can become an affiliate, which we do offer. In any course that is sold using your custom URL, you can use it just like the cryptos got their referral code for your friends, your family, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. You earn between $30 to $50 per course that is sold. We pay you out once a month on the first Friday of the month via PayPal. So if you want another chance to make a little bit of money in the cryptocurrency space, there you go. All right, so what's going on?
The course is hard, Inflow says.
In the market. Yeah, you learn a lot in that course. You are allowed to go back and retake it as many times as you want. After every lesson, there is a quiz to make sure you're really understanding and grasping the knowledge that is being poured onto you. And then at the very end, you have a final exam. If and when you pass the final exam, you receive a digital certificate, and now Todd is actually sending out a certificate that looks better than both my master's and bachelor's degree, with Todd's signature there and a golden seal of approval.
Yo.
So the market cap is up to $422.5 billion. I guess I should say down to. Bitcoin down 2.3% at $9,114. And you're looking about the same for the top 10. Everything's down 2, 3, 4, 5%. Tron's new logo, if you guys haven't seen it, interesting. They do anything to try to keep the market alive on Tron. Neo back down to 71.42, down 6.31%. The first green coin, number 15. Did we just talk about this one yesterday? And the day before with the Congress meeting? That is VeChain, still up 3% even on the down day. I told you guys about it last night and the night before. What's green today? Dentacoin, my favorite trading shitcoin that I've never actually traded. Up 23.5%. Hobie token. Now this is another exchange token, up 12%. You know I do hold BNB, KuCoin. I like 0x. I like the exchange tokens because they have a built-in value proposition. As long as volume is being traded, they're going to have some value. Polymath up 7.04% and Mithril up 5%. Congratulations to those who are holding tokens in the green today because there is not too many of them. And be patient, guys. Do not panic sell and do not FOMO on any of these projects. I guess we'll throw it over to Todd for some charts, and then I'll get in. I got a couple really interesting news articles as well as some fundamental stuff on some coins for you guys today.
I got a couple little news articles too we're going to talk about, but right now we got Bitcoin just traded 89.90.
Oh.
So on this 5-minute chart, a little deeper than expected. I really thought the 9,400 would probably be an A up, and we'd have a B here, and then still see that 9,600 or so. So I still think that's probably in the cards. I mean, down here is the 5-minute OBV, and you can see I talked about it last night. It had gone to a new low, and actually it went to a new low today, while we are still holding above the previous low, but by very little.
Show me the money.
So we've got, I went over this on my kind of noon update. I still kind of thought we had done the A up for 5 waves up, Elliott wave, and then we were working on a triangle here. There is some other ways to talk about this. I'm not going to do it tonight. I might do it tomorrow if I can get a recording done. I am going to go home, I think, this weekend, do a little more work outside.
Boo.
Take a break. So not sure of that yet. Maybe do it sometime late Saturday. But there's still ways of calling this different triangles here. And I still think, again, we're headed higher. So I'm trying to still buy dips, and I'm really staying with positions. So not much else here. I mean, we've got, there's Classic 1967, so it's breaking down a little bit. I've got some of that I need to buy back, so I'm not going to bother. I don't mind that falling off a little bit here. I sold a little bit previously.
Anon Omnis, shout out to you for the $5 super chat. He says, if I buy 100 Tron at 8 cents and it goes to $1, do I multiply my investment by 12.5? Or would I only have $100? Well, actually, sir, you would have both. So $1 divided by 8 cents is 12.5, so you would earn a 12.5 multiple on your investment. But since it is only 100 Tron, If it's at $1, you will have $100. So actually both of those. Does that make sense to you? If not, let me know and I'll try to explain it a little better. But essentially you would have $100, which would be 12.5 times your initial investment.
And J.R. Riggs, if you would you email me at tbutterfield@wyckoffsmi.com about the certificate? I'm sure I won't forget, but that'll make sure I don't. So this is Ethereum. It's fallen back now to 723. It was up there at 768 or so. You know, I still think it can hold in here and work higher as well, or I'd buy a dip on it. So I think it's just the different ways I've been trying to read this up here. I was leaning that it was going to be stronger than expected, but I would guess the next few hours is going to put that to the test here, see what happens. Litecoin 148. So same thing here. I mean, I'm going to have to redo a little bit of these, probably some of these uptrends. I had shown a breakdown of maybe 140 before the rally to 220. So possibly we're doing that here now. Like I said, tonight will make a difference, I think, on some of these. NEO 70.07, showing some weakness there. These other charts are definitely looking like we had the A up and we're trying to work on this B wave low somewhere here. So OMG 1543, same thing. These are the charts you've been showing. They're a little bit weaker. Ripple slips to another new low. ADA, same thing, down 8.94%. So short term, some of these coins coming under pressure. There's EOS 1736. It'd be nice to take out some of these lows, get maybe a little bit of pullback there down to 16. I think I would buy that. And then XLM USD down 6.76%. Same thing there. XVG 69 cents. Testing my back up there pretty heavy. Zen 34.87. Still, I think, a good chart pattern there. ZRX $1.87, still doing unbelievably well. That one to me just continues to look higher. So that's it for now. I'll go over a couple news items, and I got a couple news items I want to go over.
Cool. Somebody over here was saying, is Bitcoin Cash still forking on the 15th? As of my knowledge, they are still forking. Now, I did post in the crypto news section on our homepage on YouTube. I did do a quick little video about the Bitcoin Cash fork and how it affects you. Essentially, it is not a fork where there's going to be two separate coins or you get a new coin. They're just forking their existing blockchain to upgrade it. They're increasing the block size and plan on doing some other updates here in the future as well. So essentially, if you own Bitcoin Cash, you have to do nothing. You're not going to get anything extra. It's the same coin, just upgrading their protocol or their code, if you will. If you want to watch that video to see what they are doing with the current fork and what they have planned on future forks and how it affects you, go check that out. I think it's like a 5-minute video in the crypto news section.
Shout out to Martin Film.
What do you say?
We need to wrench him for sure.
Martin Film, just wanted to say it has been a pleasure watching from time to time your videos, Todd. I joined the course more as a contribution to all the hours you spend here. I like your technique very much so. Shout out to you and get a wrench.
Thank you, Martin.
All right, I'm going to give him a wrench and we'll go get this show on the road.
And you shout us out on Twitter too, so definitely supporting us.
Alrighty, so the first order of business, I'm surprised nobody brought it up. There has been a dip on eBoost today. Seeing a good dip in eBoost price because they just announced that Bittrex Exchange will not be supporting the airdrop for Alaris as of now. You have to use their desktop wallet or store eBoost on OctaX Exchange. If you're interested in the Alaris airdrop, they also just released their white paper today or last night. So if you go to their Twitter, you can read that. Do your own research. And if this was one that you had your eyes on, but when it ran up to 70 cents, you thought it was just a little too expensive, now might be the time to BTFD.
Get you some.
That's on you guys. You know, I do own some. It's a small holding, but I'm going to get this airdrop. I don't care what the eBoost price does in the meantime, before or after. I think the Alaris token might have a pretty good opportunity here, and I've been staking eBoost now for 3 months anyways, so I'm not going to bail on that plan. Cardano ADA aims for mainstream adoption with eMurgo. How do you even say that? EMURGO MetApps Plus partnership. A blockchain startup incubator based out of Japan announced today that it would be integrating Cardano's ADA currency into MetApps Plus. If you don't know what it is, it's one of the largest payment platforms in South Korea with 10 million mobile to offline transactions. The partnership involves integrating the ADA tokens into the platform, which delivers 10 million mobile to offline transactions per year over 40,000 offline stores. This adoption will occur around Q3 2018, so we do have a little bit of time before this partnership and this integration fully does happen. But if you think this can be a big deal, it might not be a bad time to nibble at a little ADA, especially with the down market today. I think there's a quote down here from Charles Hoskinson. Charles Hoskinson, the CEO of IOHK, has stated that South Korea is a country with a passionate Cardano and cryptocurrency exchange. Therefore, this partnership signals the entry of Cardano into a market where it is already popular, albeit at the grassroots level, propelling adoption rates sky high with MetApps Plus 10 million mobile to offline transactions. Pretty big, guys. It's saying the tokens offered by Cardano will be used in over 33,000 offline franchise stores and promotions, partnering with name franchises who are current MetApps Plus partners. Now, the reason that I think this is pretty interesting, obviously there's some other things such as verbs I got on Pornhub and other ones that are integrating with payment methods, but this is really the first big one I've heard with Cardano. And another thing that's interesting is where it is, the geographical region. Being South Korea, you do know that the price and the premium that South Koreans that were paying for cryptos during the bull run was so high that CoinMarketCap actually had to remove the South Korean exchanges off their website because it was just skewing the numbers by so much. So if they're that passionate and that bullish on cryptos, and now Cardano is going to be integrated with storefronts, mobile transactions, etc. down there, and really going to be seen as maybe one of the main cryptocurrencies used in South Korea, I think that could be pretty big. I think it could be pretty big. We'll see how it happens. Obviously, they said not to Q3 2018. I think a lot of people in here probably do own a little bit of Cardano, especially the way it moved from such a low market cap to such high so fast. But if not, might be a decent time to take a look. What else we got going out here?
Shout out to Kyle Moore for giving me that information on the volume. Again, I look to see what exchanges that's on, because Mike for here did do kind of a consolidated volume of 6 exchanges, which has helped me a little bit, but appreciate that.
Kyle says, where do you get the airdrop for eBoost? Wait, did you spell that wrong? It's EBST. If you're talking about eBoost, that is, you have to have their desktop wallet from their website. It's eboost.fun, or you have to use the OctAX exchange. Those are the 2 places that, as of now, are supporting the airdrop that occurs in 5 days.
Time to buy ADA, Anonymous says. I think any of those probably are halfway decent.
It's interesting. You have a working product, a working use case. With a lot of these products, what's going to create value, besides just speculative value, obviously that is what is occurring for most of these, is utilization of your network. The more transactions that are used, the more users that are using it, that is what drives value, because a lot of these, with having either low inflation or finite supplies for the tokens, that's where the supply and demand occurs. If more and more users want it, and there's only so many out there, and there's more value propositions and use cases, the price can only go one direction, guys, and that's up. So here we go, another interesting thing, and I had several people at my traditional finance job today approaching me because this starts to affect them and what we're doing.
Exactly.
Retail investors can now buy the Ethereum Classic Investment Trust. The Ethereum Classic Investment Trust was officially listed on over-the-counter OTC marketplace on Thursday, providing retail investors with the opportunity to purchase shares of the fund through their brokerage and retirement accounts. Supremely bullish, guys. The reason being, also, this is through the Grayscale and Barry Silbert. God, I always say Silbert.
He appreciates that.
But they actually own the underlying. They have to physically buy Ethereum Classic and put it in cold storage. Obviously, they charge a fee and a premium for that, which we'll talk about in a second. But the more that they sell, the more trading volume that occurs, the more Ethereum Classic that they then have to go buy for the fund and store to back all of those shares. Pretty bullish. The fund, which was listed under the ticker ETCG, is a creation of Grayscale Investments, who purchases physical Ethereum Classic tokens and manages custody on its client's behalf. Each share represents slightly less than 0.97 Ethereum Classic, so investors can obtain exposure to cryptocurrency investing through a familiar type of financial product. Shares can also be held in conventional brokerage accounts as well as tax-advantaged accounts like our IRAs. Whoa, getting cryptos and IRAs. Previously, investors could only purchase ETCG shares through a private placement, which would probably mean you had to be an accredited investor. Now this allows anybody, even if you have $100 in your account, you can go ahead and go buy 3 shares of this if that's really what you want to spend your retirement money on, which restricted the fund to accredited investors. Grayscale first applied to have the fund quoted on OTCQX in March, and now it is finally coming true. So they also do run GBTC, which is one that is paired to the Bitcoin, where each individual share is equivalent to 0.1 or 0.01 Bitcoin. I know some people in my traditional finance, I cannot get them to save my life, get them to sign up for Coinbase and get involved in cryptos, even though I work with them and I can help them along the process. They are scared to move money out of their retirement, to do this, to do that, and they own GBTC at a 30% premium. Meanwhile, you're not even holding the underlying. Me personally, commodities such as gold and silver, I would rather hold the physical precious metal rather than holding a gold or silver stock certificate, as well as I'd rather own a Bitcoin than paying a 30% premium for an IOU paper GBTC certificate. But people are out there are comfortable using their Schwab account to buy these things, and the fact that Grayscale is holding the underlying with Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin, and now you do know they also have a Zcash one that they're probably trying to get onto the main exchanges. And they just announced that Zen is now on the list of currencies that Grayscale will be investing in. Zen in the near future could probably get one of these investment trusts as well. So we'll see what happens, but this is another step in the right direction with getting institutional, accredited investor, and now retail investors the ability to buy cryptocurrencies using their IRAs, retirement accounts, and individual brokerage accounts.
Cool. Let me have the screen for once before I forget here on something. Vapid asked, hey Vapid, I replied to you on the course, but I wanted to show you here. When you go to the website, if you're logged in, which I am right now, and go to the store, it'll take you right to the cryptocurrency course. So we'd appreciate it if anybody that's taken the course and liked it to do a testimonial. You can see there's 18 customer reviews at the top, but if you scroll down, you'll see those. But Vapid, you gave me one before, and I actually copied it and logged in as you and put that in. So the people that given us some, I did log in as long as your name wasn't showing. I didn't want to do it for some people whose names might be showing that might have been not happy. But if you go there, then down at the bottom, it doesn't show it for me because I'm the teacher. But if you're logged in, right down here will be the stars. So you can click a 1-star to a 5-star, and there'll be a box for you to put in your testimonial. And then once I okay it, it'll go up onto the page. So anybody does that, we would appreciate. And then I wanted to, I want to go over a news item here. NASDAQ, and this is on our Learn Crypto blog. Carrie does that all day long. I also give her ones that I want on here. So this is NASDAQ chief executive, offers a rare bullish outlook on Bitcoin. He makes some interesting comments here that he is confident Bitcoin is the next step in the space of currency. Now understand, this is a NASDAQ CEO. So this is somebody that is important. And he talks a little bit about Gates and Buffett kind of being, out of the sync of what's going on here. And then he envisions a bright future for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. A globalized payment mechanism is needed to deal with the cross-border digital economy. Cryptocurrencies are perfectly suited for this need. He's high on blockchain technology. So I think that's just a pretty good article, and that tells you, we talked about ICE and the New York Exchange yesterday. Now we're talking about the NASDAQ. We've got, here's an article from Wealth Advisor that I get on the stock side. They're saying Bitcoin is the new rock and roll of the Generation Z. So they're saying that, extremely bullish little article here, talking about blockchain, Bitcoin, etc. So, and they also talked about the interest in Bitcoin on Google. We've talked about that before on the show months back. That what's been happening now is the searches for cryptos has still been trending down, but the price is holding sideways, which you could see that as pretty bullish action. So if searches go back up, then the price could actually extremely go to the upside quickly. So it talks about that down here at the bottom on Google Trends. So if it starts to ramp up, then Bitcoin could really get moving again. So I thought that was an interesting article. Bitcoin's still sitting at 9,000, so not much to report there. I still like the way Ethereum is acting.
Let's look at some of these smaller coins. If you guys have any coins that you want Todd to take a look at, shout them out. Do you have access to Cryptopia by chance or no?
For trading or charts?
For charts.
Yes.
Take a look at ECA since we are going to be giving some of that away. Maybe take a look at Reddcoin, Litecoin, since we just went over those. I know these people are probably wanting to see the charts rather than just my interviews.
Here's ECA BTC on a 2-hour. So quick double here recently.
I did tweet out today that when I did the interview with ECA, it was sitting at 10 Satoshis. It has now had a high of 41 Satoshis.
And Gary's in here. What's up, Gary?
I know, he must have rolled out of bed.
Right, we need to.
He wore the girlfriend out and he was ready to get up at 2:30, take a stretch.
I was going to Skype you, but I thought you might be in bed, so I left you alone. Let's Skype tomorrow sometime.
Number 10 says, you notice that a lot of the big dogs are not trading alt/sheet coins, right? And I said, yes, I've talked about that quite a bit here. A lot of this money is going to be going into the big players. Now, you might not have the massive, 10 bangers real quick, but as accredited investor money and institutional investment money flows into cryptos, it's going to go from the top down. That's just how it's going to work, guys. That's what they have access to. Now, I'm not saying some of these small altcoins can't have long-term potential, because they can, but be careful. Now, if you're investing in something that you know or think is a sheet coin, then go ahead and trade it. If you make 20%, go back to Bitcoin. Now you have 20% more Bitcoin. You got to decide whether you're trying to accumulate Bitcoin, holding on to flyers for the long term, or trying to accumulate USD or USD Tether. You all have to decide on your trading plan and your structure, and without a plan, you will not find success in this crazy crypto market.
Cloud9 mentioned about any help on trading Ethos, but that one's too thinly traded and pretty volatile. So I don't think I really could offer much help there. I mean, I think if you were trading it, wanting to get out, you should have probably sold a spike above a previous high. It spiked 2 of them, but not the third one, it looks like. So
yeah, take a look at the BQX, because that is actually Ethos as well, and it's probably going to be more accurate. So that's on some exchanges, they still use the BQX as the ticker.
Let's see if I can bring up. Well, sorry, I thought I had it right here, but I got it somewhere. Let's see if I can use a dollar when that.
Looks a little bit cleaner, has more volume in there for you to look at.
Yeah, it looks better on TradingView. Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, if I was trading short term, I'd go to the 5-minute on bounce volume, which I know some people don't want to do, but I think, let's see if volume will populate here.
Matt says, any thoughts on the Abra app? So I've not really used the Abra app. It's one of the few that I haven't used, so I can't really give an opinion. Maybe somebody in the community can help you out if they have used it in the past.
There's no real divergences here on volume on the way up, so volume was kind of moving sideways here while price was going higher. So you could have took that as a little bit of negative to sold a spike up there. And right now you've got a sell-off coming in with volume not going to new lows. So I'd probably be a buyer of this spike lower, I guess, if I was trading it. Is all I would say.
Tom Mullen says, who is selling at 9K? Todd/Nick, can you explain?
There's 89.32. That's a 5 minutes. So we did go to a new low below here. Now, when you're doing a triangle, you can still, that doesn't really negate it. You could still call this, that can still be an A up. This can still be a B to a new low, and then we can get a quick run to 9,600 on the C. So I need probably a little bigger break here. But, I don't know whether this is going to lead to that break to 8,500 then.
What you've been talking about now for a while.
Yeah, I mentioned that. I kind of felt like the strength in Ethereum and some of these maybe, we still was in this triangle here, but this action right now kind of puts out a little bit of test. But yeah, I think an 8,500 is probably low end. So, all of a sudden that's $400. So
Elizabeth says, my ex-boyfriend owns a wealth management company and suddenly he's blowing up my phone saying crypto when before he couldn't stand to hear about it.
That's interesting.
He's trying to woo you back there, Elizabeth. Roger Maris, read that and let me know your opinion on that, Todd.
I'd have to look more. I don't know what type of time frame you're looking at. Here's GDX, which is what I trade. I'm closer to a sell on that. I know there was big short positions in silver. A lot of those have been taken off, so I don't really have a long-term opinion on gold and silver. I think probably, I don't know. I don't want to say here until I probably did a little more research on that. And I don't know about Bitcoin and cryptos moving with gold and silver. I can't get any feel for any of that. It looks like easy money from the Fed would still fuel cryptos a lot higher, I think. Tighter money from the Fed, I'm not sure. 134 Bitcoin sell order just went through. What's up, JPG?
Gary O'Connell says, I'm looking for a good course so I can trade. I'm sick of being a pork blaster. Hey, we have a course here, but Gary, you know the rules. You're not allowed to buy, take, or get any course for free. Once you touch it, it's going to be tainted forever.
Exactly. 88.80 on the Bitcoin.
Somebody wants you to look at the LUN chart and the MAID chart, MAID.
MAID is, I thought we had that from before. It's been a while since we talked about that one. Not on here. LUN. I'm going to try the LUN USD. I know someone, I think, questioned that on a video the other day. Why would you use the USD pairs? And my reply to that is I think it's easier to look at those type of charts, but you can trade the Bitcoin chart if you choose. But I'd rather try to analyze the USD chart. That one, was obviously following Bitcoin pretty well and holding in much better than Bitcoin. So I would think that one is stronger and will lead a rally higher. Now let's try MAID. Normally with Wyckoff, you want to buy strength. So anything outperforming like the Wyckoff Wave Crypto Index, or really anything outperforming like a mix of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin would normally be where you want to stay. So that's more or less probably more mimicking Bitcoin. It has came off here in the last few hours. I would say probably this is reaccumulation. That was probably a spring, and we're probably going to try to test it down here. So maybe not buy right now, but I would use the weakness in Bitcoin to still nibble on a lot of these coins we're looking at, like this.
Sweet. You have any more charts you want to look at before I steal this back?
Yeah, let's hold on. Let's look at Lend. That's one of Gary's. We got to make sure he gets beat up a little bit with all of us. That one's coming under a little bit of pressure. Again, probably still one you want to buy on a pullback. And there's POA that he got in nicely and had a good run coming under some pressure here, but that chart still looks pretty good, I think. So that's good enough for right now.
Cool.
And Bitcoin Cash is holding up, Dominique says, and I would have to agree with that.
Somebody asked what I think about, oh, there it is. John West asked my thoughts on Blue Zeal. I haven't looked super deep into it, but I know essentially what they're trying to be is like a decentralized database. That is obviously one good purpose for blockchain. Do Do I think that that's going to thrive or really a necessity? I don't know. It's still already got $150 million market cap, so it's not like it's just a micro cap coin. It's already probably with $150 million market cap, probably around 140 to 150 range. That's when I would have to dig deeper to see if I would want to invest in it, just because I really don't get that excited for that sector. I think there's other projects and other coins that I'd rather be invested in at this point.
Gary says bad. I didn't say lend. I said bad. I just misspelled it.
Hey.
That's a good one. I need to try that with some clients. I typed in the wrong thing.
We've been talking about BAT in the Brave browser now for a couple weeks, and it's really only been going up. Also, BAT it may or may not, I don't want to ruin it if you haven't seen it, be in my Coinbase video as well. I give a good explanation on why I like BAT token, the principles of what it can do for mass adoption, and then also why I think it could be added to Coinbase over there.
And BAT just got slapped, right? Because that's when I really wanted to talk about.
I think yesterday or so it did just get slapped a little bit, and my order for that actually finally filled over on Binance.
Well, hold on. I tried to add it here because that is one that I like that chart pattern, actually. I believe that was it. I got too many coins I'm looking at. There's BAT USD. Yeah, I still like that pattern there. I think you can buy BAT here as well.
Well, I got one more article I want to talk about, and then we'll see what's going on in the chat box. But before we do that, I don't know about you, but I need to get pumped up a little bit by Todd.
LearnCrypto.io is the pathway to your understanding of cryptocurrencies. At our website, you can learn about the grandfather of technical analysis, Richard D. Wyckoff, purchase our Cryptocurrencies and Wyckoff trading course, and read our daily updated blog. You can also find the link to our YouTube channel, where you will get technical analysis and fundamental research about cryptocurrencies on the daily. If you are too busy with family, retirement, work, or all of the above, then just click on our Crypto PCG link and allow us to manage your cryptocurrency portfolio for you. You give us trading APIs so we can enter orders and manage your portfolio, but cannot withdraw or transfer any of your coins or funds. We manage clients' portfolios for a respectable 3% annual fee, which is billed in 1/4 quarterly installments. Don't hesitate. Contact us today, because with these 24-hour, 7-day-a-week crypto markets, it helps to have a professional as a part of your team.
Support blasters, baby.
I do have to laugh, though, because I did that little ad, and then today I got a phone call about why I didn't reply to their PCG email, and there was something wrong with the site. Those were things Matt took care of. And so if anyone in the last couple of days has emailed a crypto PCG, I did not get those. So please hit me up again, because we did get it fixed. Mike Verheer came in and fixed everything for me. I don't think we'll ever have that issue again. But, yeah, sorry about that to Brendan, but we got everything figured out.
Also, for those of you who got in here late, make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And yes, this is going to be the biggest giveaway in Learn Crypto history. To enter, all you have to do is leave a comment in the comment section below with your Twitter handle. We're giving out cryptocurrency courses, some crypto, some Electracoin, Reddcoin, some acrylic Litecoins, and more. So it's really going to be exciting. I'm excited to give them away to you guys. Also, do you want to answer Paul over there? Todd, do you ever look at RSI?
Hold on. Taj says I sound a little strong. Really, we're trying to get some girl overseas to do that intro. It wasn't, my plan wasn't to do it. I did it so I could tell her how I wanted it. And then Nick's like, oh no, let's run it.
We're running it. We're going with it.
No, I really want my voice off of that. So that's what I really want. Do I look at the RSI? No, I really don't. I mean, the RSI is an overbought, oversold type indicator. And I own wyckoffsmi.com. And even the software now has a technometer where 38 is a buy, 44 is neutral, and 50 is a sell. So that's really the RSI I use, which is based off of 5-minute plus negative volume. So
I think it's important to remember that the OP Tech and Force indicators, all three of those that we're trying to implement into this trading software, are proprietary indicators for Wyckoff, of which Todd is the owner and president of. Therefore, these indicators are only available through him. They're not just floating around on the internet. They're not going to be on TradingView, etc.
And I've never seen anyone even try to copy it and have any success doing it. So
there you go.
But yeah, that's all. I mean, in 1931's when the Institute started by Richard D. Wyckoff, he is the grandfather of technical analysis. So I'm trying to just take what he offered and extend it out here. That's what Matt and I did with lowering the price, taking it all online, etc. So that's still what we're trying to do. I think that's the best way to approach the markets.
M-Flow says, is there still a minimum investment for PCG?
I still quote 25,000 because I don't want random call-ins for less. But I also, I think if it's a name on here that's been supporting us, then obviously I'm negotiable.
There we go.
You need to hit me up at tbutterfield@wyckoffsmi.com, or go ahead and hit that crypto PCG down at the bottom. Contact us because, like I say, we do have that fixed now.
Shout out to number 10 for your comment. That's almost too positive for me to even read. So you guys make sure to watch what he just wrote.
And I'm not doing commercials. I got a horrible voice for that.
That is hilarious. Cloud9 says, I'll put on my best overseas girl voice for you, Todd. If you want to submit an application, feel free to do so. All right, well, let me steal this screen and let's see what's going on with this last thing. Now, Connor over here was trying to ruin a little bit of my thunder. He kind of already explained what's going on with Robinhood, but I'll explain it a little bit as well. So if you didn't know, Robinhood is an application on your phone that I told you guys about a while ago. When it originally came out, it was only for about 5 states in the United States. Missouri happened to be one, so I could therefore be like the alpha or beta tester for the application. Right now, you can only trade Bitcoin and Ethereum, but it looks as if they're expanding their states to 10 here, and they're going to expand the coins in which you can actually trade. So, on the heels of this growth, we recently raised $363 million in capital, valuing Robinhood at $5.6 billion. There's a list of the investors for the Series D round. Now, this tells you that they're definitely bullish on cryptos, bullish on crypto trading and the money that can be generated, because if they've only had this available in 5 states, trading only Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they've made enough revenues with these trades, or got enough people on board their platform, etc., to convince these people to invest $363 million more into this application. So this is another fiat onboarding for cryptos, which I think is good. But what are the downsides to Robinhood? Well, I'll kind of show you. Today I did try it out and I made a purchase of Bitcoin just because, nothing crazy, but I just wanted to see how it worked out. And that way I'm not talking out of my butt here for you guys. So you get on there. I can only trade Bitcoin, Ethereum. I decided to do Bitcoin, of course. I go to put an order in. You can't really see the order books. Obviously, the charts on your phone are terrible. You have no trading tools, but you can place the order. So I went ahead and did that. You can choose a market order or a limit order, which is nice. The order went through. I got confirmation via email after a couple minutes. Great. What's the downside? So the downside is, not only are you not holding cryptos with a private key like you would if you had them in a desktop wallet or a hardware wallet, but also, unlike a lot of these centralized crypto exchanges like Coinbase, Bittrex, Cryptopia, Binance, etc., you actually can't even move the coins. So if I buy Bitcoin on Bittrex, I can go ahead and send it to Todd or send it to my wallet address or Coinbase or whatever. On Robinhood, you can't. All you can do is buy or sell. There is no moving. There is no trading with other individuals peer-to-peer. There's nothing incorporated in the application as of now, which is pretty disappointing. So essentially, you're not really owning the underlying because you can't move them and you don't have the private keys. Now, I still think this is a good opportunity. A lot of, I hate the word millennial, but a lot of the younger people that I know that are investing with very small amounts use Robinhood for some stocks. So they might be buying some cryptos, which does affect the market price, which is good. But once again, you're not holding an underlying. Now, I know Connor kind of brought it up, but with this $363 million raise, the assumption is they're going to add more cryptos, and also they're going to get more advanced with their exchange. And that way, you actually will be able to transfer these coins to different exchanges and wallets, which means you would actually hold the crypto here in the future. So I'll keep you up to date on that, but as of now, that's kind of my summary. It's nothing crazy. I'm not going to go out of my way to use Robinhood, but I think it is bullish. It's another fiat gateway that is available for investors, primarily retail investors like a lot of us are, and we'll keep an eye on what they do here in the future with this $363 million that they raised.
And Gary, I wish you'd get a little more information. Do you still like Lend? Because I had a few people asking about that. It has pulled back a little bit, but let us know if you're still serious about Lend. We won't hold a gun to your head. We know it's for entertainment purposes. But a few people know you've been hot, so you need to keep us on some hot ones.
iCerber says, well, if there's less fee than Coinbase, which there is, apparently there's like almost no fees on Robinhood, you can use it for cash out. Does that make sense? Yeah, you can use it as a trading account. Like if you want to put fiat in, say I bought that $100 worth of Bitcoin goes to 11,000, I sell it for 150, and then I can take fiat out. So if you want to do it for just a trading platform, that's great, but you have to realize under current tax laws, at least here in the United States, if I'm going from fiat to Bitcoin and back to fiat, that is guaranteeing that I'm going to have a tax liability on the books. So you got to keep that in mind. As of now, there's kind of a gray area. I'm not a tax advisor, where if I'm on Bittrex and I trade Bitcoin to another coin, do you got to report it? I don't know. If I trade Bitcoin to USD Tether, do you got to report it? I don't know. But if I trade on Robinhood and it's getting sent from Bitcoin to fiat into my bank account, I guarantee you got to report that on your taxes.
What's up, Alan? Bitcoin down here at 8,900, so don't know. Ethereum 723.
Carly Evans says, run disclaimer, a lot of entertainment given today. Let's go ahead and do that.
There is a high degree of risk involved in trading cryptocurrencies. Our thoughts and ideas are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your personal advisor or do your own research. Past results are not indicative of future returns. Thank you.
Martin B says, I heard Mt. Gox's money moved recently. Here's the thing with that. I think that guy probably learned his lesson, and if he didn't, he's probably going to be held liable for, not capitalizing on as much money as possible for his clients. If he doesn't sell those Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash and all the other forks over the counter to large investors to where it doesn't even affect market price, he would be very silly not to do so.
Right.
Now, I can't guarantee that, but I can tell you if I'm holding that much money and that much assets in cryptos, why would you not sell it OTC? There's tons of people who are trying to buy large sums of Bitcoin. And if you buy it OTC, it doesn't push down the market price. Therefore, he'll earn more money for all the clients and users of Mt. Gox that lost all of their funds a couple of years ago.
Appreciate it, iSirbest. I know you support us, so that's cool. Seb Fox says Bitcoin to low 8,000s before the consensus rally. I mean, a break here probably takes out the early consensus people. So we could shake them with that move to 8,500 and then rocket up to 11 or 12. So
Mflow said, why are they selling it? Just give it out. That's kind of my point. Why don't, if they retrieved all the Bitcoin, why wouldn't they just give it back to the owners? And then they can even still have gains on that because the owners didn't have all those forks. Be like, here's your Bitcoin we owe you. We're keeping your Bitcoin Diamond, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Private, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I don't know the legality of the reasons why. Also, you have to realize that cryptos really aren't, they're kind of still looked down upon. So I don't know, going through, traditional judicial system, if they really want them to be giving out Bitcoin. I have no idea.
Gary says Lend is good, but cannot see too many people selling ZRX in next week. ZRX has definitely been the home run. So in front of us is SRN. I think Max Expo was talking about that. And then we just had Taj ask about it. So here it is, Siren token. This is 1 hour. A lot of volumes came in here. So we had a good rally on volume, but also some volume back down on the downside. So I don't have many thoughts there.
And I guess bring up the ZRX to Satoshi to Bitcoin pairing. Mflow over here says it's the same amount of money. Well, not really. So a guy I work with actually lost some coins over on Mt. Gox, and his quote that he received for his lost funds were based on the fiat value at the time of the Bitcoin being lost. So that means that's going to be substantially lower than what it is today. Blake Daly says he lost some. Blake Neely says he lost some in Mt. Gox. Can you confirm that? Did you ever get reached out to via email, etc.?
No, I'm sorry, I'm reading so much stuff, and I'm trying to bring up some charts. So,
cool. Well, it looks like we got the 0x. I tweeted out today when it was 21,488 Satoshis that I think FOMO has hit 0x, and I was looking for a minor swing trade. I laddered out 25% of my position. One of my orders did fill around 20,400 Satoshis, and I do have another order a little lower. Now, I'm not going to tell you exactly where it is. I'll say it's around 19,500-ish. Now, there's a gap there. I just don't want you guys to be bidding right in front of me, etc. But I am trying to get back the remainder of my coins off that trade a little bit lower. Now, if it doesn't go through, great. I capitalize on those profits. I'll hold them in Bitcoin, and I'll move on my way to the next trade or to the next coin.
on the 5-minute on-bounce volume for ZRX, I don't really see no real issues there. So I know Gary is still in love with that and looking for much higher prices longer term.
Yeah, now I still own 85% of my position in that. So, and I'm looking to get back my over 100% if it drops down a little bit lower with the next order. So don't think I'm still not bullish on ZRX, because I am. Do you guys have any fundamental questions for us? Any charts you want Todd to look at, or any just funny stories you want to talk about in BS on the back end of this YouTube broadcast? Also, guys, don't forget to enter that giveaway. I want there to be tons of comments, because the more comments, the more we're going to give away.
Gary did say wreck, so hold on, where is that one? I forgot about Gary saying that one. It must have got wrecked. Rec USD down 3%, so not getting wrecked too bad. That's Bitfinex, so I probably have the wrong exchange there.
Josh West down there says, Alien Payment, a merchant processor working with Litecoin, making new partnerships, preparing press releases. Well, guess what, John West? Guess who has been in contact with the CEO of Alien Payments, and we're talking about having an interview. That's me. We're going to maybe have Alien Payments on this channel, just as they are trying to expand what they are doing into some of these cryptos, doing press releases for, various news broadcasts. We are in talks of having them on the show as well for a quick 20 to 30 minute interview for you guys to let you know a little bit what's going on in the cryptocurrency space.
Bitcoin's still 89.11, so Classic's down to 1942, so I'm probably going to cut this short. I've got a little bit of a couple of trades I need to probably look at.
All right, let me steal the screen for the last thing real quick, and then we got to make some trades for some PCG clients, I guess, here. The last thing is this just got tweeted out. This is new news. If you watched the Hangout sessions with Josiah Spackman from DigiByte, you would have seen that he was talking about how DigiID was going to be released soon. Now, this is why it's really important, guys. I see you need to go watch the interviews, because things leak out. People kind of slip up when I kind of get on their good side, butter them up, let things going. He announced that this was going to be released, and here it is today. DigiID, I have not even had a chance to take a look at it, but this is a platform and a purpose for DigiByte other than just a peer-to-peer currency. And as you know, I think a lot of these, since there's so many peer-to-peer currencies, they need to start building products and have utilities in which give their coin a value proposition. And this is DigiID's opinion on that. So it's pretty interesting. After this show, I'm definitely going to take a look and see what's going on. But essentially, it is created to replace passwords and 2FAs altogether. If you have the DigiID mobile wallet, you have to log into that. And then using DigiID, you can verify and log into Facebook, etc., just by scanning a QR code. So pretty interesting. We'll read about this. And if you guys want to talk about it on the next live show, we'll do so.
Somebody once again mentioned Bitcoin Cash. I mean, that one is still holding up extremely well. So we talked about that at 1,500, kind of backing up to some previous resistance, but it's holding right in there. So I would think that one has more upside once we dig out of this correction.
Anthony says, so they are doing something many others are doing. Yeah, I know there's some others that are trying to do that. Maybe Civic is doing something similar. Reddcoin, it has the Red ID. DigiByte has their own little spin, so I'll take a look. It's integrated into their iOS and Android DigiByte wallet as well. So I think it's a really good technology. Now, which coin's version of it is going to win out, I can't tell you guys that. All I can present is what's going on, because I know as much as you do. We just got to have some educated guesses on this and look at the fundamentals of the coin underlying the project, which I think will help get more adoption for their, whether it be DigiID, RedID, Civic, whatever.
And there's DigiByte, breaking its uptrend, but understand we've had that A up, I think. We're doing some type of B somehow, some way. So all it's going to do is just give us a least, maybe a less steep new uptrend. I wouldn't say just because it breaks out of that uptrend.
Show me the money.
That's a sell signal or anything like that.
Whoa, Just Dave donated $20. Ding, ding, ding. You need a pork blaster for that.
Cocktails for everybody.
He said, you guys work hard, have an appreciation drink on me. Sweet. So 2 beers for me, 0 for Todd. Perfect.
Right.
Got it.
I'm doing the water thing.
That's really about all we got for you today. We went over a bunch of charts, a couple news articles, and answered some questions for you. The last thing, JPG Whistler says, Nick, can we get the upcoming EOS airdrop? Are we good? Is EOS on? If EOS is on Binance, so there is an EOS airdrop tonight, I believe. Now, the only way that you can collect this airdrop is you have to have your EOS on a Ethereum wallet, like my Ether wallet, etc. If you want to look that up, just type in EOS airdrop tonight and it'll probably pop up. I'm not going to be participating in that. I've just ran out of time. But if your EOS is on Binance, you are still good for the mainnet launch. They're going to automatically do the token swap. There are also some other EOS airdrops that Binance has come out and said that they're probably going to be able to accommodate too. So if you want to do the EOS airdrop that's happening tonight, you have to go ahead and type that in and do a little research on that. But it has to be in an Ethereum-backed wallet.
That reminds me, somebody asked about Jaws. Jaws is still downstairs. He's doing his thing. Somebody needs to put him in some shows, what we need to do.
You pop him up on this.
And breed him.
Yeah, he's a good-looking
Zoe,
dog.
I just noticed because Zoe jumped on my face last night, cut my nose and everything else. So
Tim Ferguson says, great broadcast, but you don't have a wrench. Why is that? You must be new to the channel. That's awesome. Glad you came here to enter that contest, and hopefully you continue to watch our other content. Also, guys, I know a lot of you watch the live shows, but don't forget just to go to the homepage for our Learn Crypto as we separate every different content into different subcategories so it's easy to find, and hopefully you can gain some insight over there from those videos. You got anything else, Todd? I'm out of water and I am thirsty. I think we need to make some PCG trades with the action going on in the market.
It's getting hot in here.
It's getting warm.
Nope, I'm good to go.
Sweet, guys. You have until, I think, Monday to make sure you get a comment in the comment section with your Twitter handle. Let's get a bunch of people over here. So if you guys could share this video on Facebook, Twitter, etc., family members, whoever, to get some more subscribers over to our channel. We're going to continue to give stuff away to you and obviously continue to give our thoughts and opinions on the crypto markets completely free for you guys here today. And I know a lot of people are saying, shoot, I should have been using an affiliate code when talking about the course. Make sure to get over to learncrypto.io and do that, because why not try to make a little extra cash on the side? And all that money your spouse won't know about, so you can go ahead and buy some Bitcoin.
Thanks, JPG. Appreciate that. We have tried to make a few changes, make the course an easier sell for the referral program, etc. So, because when these markets heat back up again, all this is going to heat up again, and still say that's coming. So, don't matter what Bitcoin falls here a little bit or whatever. I think the future is still extremely bright. So,
smash that like button, buy that Bitcoin.
Hey, stay positive, pal. Most people, when they lose, they whine and quit. But you gotta be there for the turns. Everybody's got good luck, everybody's got bad luck. Don't run when you lose.
Play hard, play clean. Be careful out there.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.